Have Coffee with Michelle is sponsored by Cincinnati Museum Center. Bringing conventions to the Queen City is big, big business. And there's one woman who is leading the charge, and that is who I'm having coffee with today. None other than Julie Calvert, the president and CEO of Visit Cincy. And boy, does she have a lot going on. There's a new convention center in the works, and that's where we're meeting up. Let's have coffee. The clock is ticking on the convention center as we know it. And what opens in 2025 will be something spectacular.
And I don't even want to call it a renovation. It's a reinvention of what's happening in this area of downtown. And when you really talk about taking this convention center kind of down to the base and then rebuilding and opening it up, it really is going to revolutionize the way we do conventions in this city.
This modern state-of-the-art convention center complex is what you can look forward to.
And we just haven't been able for the past several years to really get our arms around our fair share of convention business, which is critical for the city to grow.
That share of business is huge. Julie predicts a $48 million impact just from the convention center, not to mention a new 800-room hotel connected to the center with 80,000 square feet of additional space. The new look speaks volumes.
It does matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything communicates. And I mean, I've been a communicator my entire life, and I do believe that everything communicates. And when they would see this convention district compared to other cities, we looked like a city that didn't care about convention business.
Part of your job is marketing Cincinnati to the world. What is the biggest selling point?
You know, I think just that the culture that we have in this town, I mean, from our arts and culture to our culinary, we've got this mix of bourbon and beer, and then there's, you know, the festivals and just the amount of things to do that are here and that are accessible.
When it comes to her passion, Julie says that's easy.
You know, my family is definitely my passion.
Her husband, Chris, of 22 years, and her boys, Jackson and Luke, one a freshman in high school, the other a freshman in college. Julie grew up in Finneytown, and get this. What is one thing that maybe they don't know about you or would be surprised to learn about you?
I'm a drummer.
Drummer?
I'm a drummer.
Really?
And I was in the marching band in high school and was the, you know, like 5'2", carrying the big drum.
Really?
Played in a rock band.
Really?
Had my own rock band, yep.
What was the rock band called?
I don't even remember what it was called at the time. I think we just got together and played just like, you know, for fun or whatever.
Right.
But I remember, you know, putting the band together and, you know, going over to Buddy Rogers Music in North College Hill and putting out my little sign with my little tag numbers, and, you know, hired a guitarist and a bass and a piano. I mean, we had the whole thing. And I started taking lessons in the 3rd grade, and I really wanted to be in the talent show. And I'm like, well, what is my talent? What am I going to do? So I'm like, well, I want to learn to play the drums. I can play by ear. Like, you know, like if somebody said, hey, we lost a drummer for the day, I'm sure I could fill in.
Anybody? Drummer? Anybody? Julie will keep her day job, and a fascinating one it is, marketing Cincinnati to the world. What are you most excited about?
You know, I think I'm most excited to reintroduce Cincinnati to the world in a much different way. I mean, you know, when we talk about the types of conventions we're going to bring here, these are bringing people in from all over the world. And to have the premier convention center in all of the Midwest is really exciting for this city. And to hear Julie talk about those plans is truly exciting. It does seem like we're on the verge of real transformation, and I am here for it all. Thanks to Julie for sitting down for coffee with me, and to the team at the Duke Energy Convention Center for their awesome hospitality. Cannot wait to see the plans come to fruition. Coming up next time on Come Have Coffee, the Red Cross has a rich history in Cincinnati, and the woman leading the organization is making history herself. I'm having coffee with Regional CEO Stephanie Bird. She is a dynamo, and we're getting to know her a lot better. That's next time on Come Have Coffee. You may know their names, but how well do you really know Cincinnati's most prominent people? Come Have Coffee gives you a glimpse, a chance to get to know them a lot better. Find WCPO 9 everywhere you stream and search Come Have Coffee.